My name is Travis Ridgen. If you've never heard of me before, I played professional hockey in the US, or at least I was before I ended up getting season-ending hip surgery. And I just recently moved from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, where I was born, to beautiful Vancouver. In this video, I want to show you how I did it, why I did it. Let's begin. At the end of the day, I'm doing what feels right for me and chasing down my dream. Alright, so I moved to Vancouver, but 2 months ago I was in the full swing of the pro hockey season for my team, the Motor City Rockers, where we played just outside of Detroit. So I ended up heading back to Winnipeg. I got the surgery, and it was to fix a bone growth in my femur, a torn labrum, and some other things as well. But about a week after I got the surgery, I ended up taking the train from Winnipeg to Vancouver, moving all my stuff on this 2.5-day journey from the city that I was born and raised in to the West Coast in Vancouver. Now, one of the reasons I moved to Vancouver was this girl right here. This is my girlfriend Victoria, and when I knew I wasn't going to be in Detroit anymore with my team after the surgery, well, I needed a place to live, and it just kind of made sense to me that why don't I just move to Vancouver, spend more time with my girlfriend, and do my rehab there, and some other reasons that we'll get into later on in this video. Now, I know the people of Vancouver will absolutely curse me for saying this, but I love the weather here in Vancouver, and yes, it is raining 80% of the winter, and in some cases it snows like you see here on the screen, but I will take that over minus 30 and snowing in the prairies of Manitoba any day of the week, especially when you mix in that there are a few nice sunny days from time to time, just like today, where I got to spend time with my woman, and although, yes, she may make me pump her gas like the absolute peasant that I am, I do enjoy doing it, and I just enjoy the peacefulness that is Vancouver with the smell of the ocean everywhere, the calminess of the water, and just I want happiness and peace in my life, and I think Vancouver gives me exactly that. And also, there are some really good restaurants in Vancouver, from Download Chicken Shack just off Commercial Drive, which is amazing, by the way. Owned and operated by Winnipeg people, which I just found out about. And this restaurant that just opened up in downtown Vancouver called Taco, they do this amazing beef short rib barbecue burrito bowl. I'm gonna absolutely love this thing. Just outside of the Stadium Chinatown Station in downtown Vancouver by Rogers Arena. Amazing Asian Mexican fusion. You have to try. If you are a new viewer, first off, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, then you may recognize this cute little adorable beagle. And unfortunately, she passed away in the fall. You want this? You want this? Okay. I don't have any animals at the moment in time, but it seems like every single person in the city of Vancouver owns a dog of some sort. So I get my fix in by going and picking up random strangers' dogs and filming it. I know it's weird, but it does help me sleep at night. I lick the envelopes myself, and I ship them myself. I am the operation. I mentioned this in the last video, but I am selling these limited edition rookie cards from this year in Motor City, as well as my team from last year in Sweden. So if you want to pick up my rookie cards, they are $10, and that covers shipping to anywhere in the world. Just e-transfer PayPal $10 to travisridgen35@gmail.com, as you see here on the screen, and I'll get a set out for you. Now, speaking of hockey, I am not retiring anytime soon. Obviously, I got the hip surgery because I want to continue playing, but let's talk about that for a second. So I've been doing physio for about almost 3 weeks now, and we're making serious progress, which is awesome. So I might be skating a lot sooner than I thought. With the surgery, I'm going to have so much more range and so many more elements and access to new things that I wasn't able to do on the ice beforehand. So with that, take a look. So this is the start of week 3 at physio. I'm on the bike 10 to 15 minutes every time before we start. Now this right here is Anthony. He is my physio guy for this week because my full-time guy Derek is on holidays in Mexico. We ended up measuring the internal rotation today, and my right side, which is my bad hip, had half the rotation of my good hip prior to surgery, and today they're both the same with approximately 11 degrees of internal rotation. And we still have a lot more room to improve on over the coming months. My walk's coming along beautifully. We're squatting, not super deep, but it's a lot of progress considering that this is only 3 weeks, well, less than 3 weeks after surgery. Fast forward to the next week, week 4. This here's Derek. He's back from Mexico, and he's my full-time physio guy. A little bit of massage work, back into the squats, but this week we're adding some weight, as well as we're adding weighted deadlifts. A couple days later, we're back at it again, but this time in the gym for the first time since I had surgery, working on some glute kickbacks, glute bridges, and again, keep in mind, this is less than a month after I had surgery, and I'm doing single leg glute bridges, side plank holds on my right side, full-on hip extensions, doing figure eights. But this doesn't just stop at physio. This is a daily thing. So even when I'm back home at the apartment, I'm still doing my mobility exercises, a little bit of strength work every other day. I'm doing everything that I can in my power to get myself back on the ice in full gear as soon as possible. So they keep telling me that May is a very good timeline for when I'm going to be skating back on the ice. I'm very confident that I will be in full gear. It might even be the last couple days of April, but my goal is the month of April 2023. I want to be on ice full gear, and whether it's going back to Motor City, signing with the new team, going back to Europe, wherever it is, I'm going to go where I'm wanted. And if I get the opportunity, I truly believe that I can be a top 3 goalie in the Fed. It's maybe potentially the greatest investment I've ever made, fixing my injuries. Now, I've mentioned this before, but I do not own a vehicle. And this is one of the reasons why I moved to Vancouver, is because the bus and the SkyTrain access here is top notch. I mean, like, Vancouver has, in my opinion, the best transit in all of Canada. It is very reminiscent of when I spent the last 2 years playing pro in Sweden, where I could take the bus and the train to practice every single day. No problems. It was fast, it was efficient. And specifically here in Vancouver, if I ever need to go anywhere more long distance, I can just take the SkyTrain down to the airport. That's really easy. Or I can also head down to the Pacific Central train station in downtown and take the train back to Winnipeg, let's say, which is actually going to be my next trip when I head back home in April to go pick up my goalie gear and get some new x-ray work done with my surgeon and get the final sign off on getting back into full gear, hopefully in the spring. And when I do come back with my gear from that trip, Pascal Villana will be the goalie coach that I trust to get me back to 100% when I start skating. He trains goalies out of the Richmond Olympic Oval, this world-class, stunning, beautiful facility. And that's also a super easy, quick SkyTrain way for me to get down there when I am ready to start skating again. I also do have some brand new gear coming that is not Lefebvre, so I'm excited to share that when the time comes, but that's going to be a different video for a different day. Now, this is our one-bedroom apartment. It's not huge, but it's big enough and helps me keep my podcasting, the biscuit, going on every single week. And I even had FPHL legend, player, owner, coach Joe Pace come on to tell a story about how he actually took a skate off in warm-ups during a line brawl and tried to stab somebody with it. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, minor pro hockey is the wild, wild west. But outside of that, I've been trying to give my body all the ingredients that it needs to help me recover from the surgery. Super high protein diet. I've been doing about 2,700 to 3,000 calories a day. Loads of steak, chicken thighs, eggs, even these meatballs that I thought would look good but actually end up looking like shit. I also do these awesome protein pancakes. My protein pancake game has been tight since moving to Vancouver. They're so good. I've been doing these banana walnut pancakes with my Beyond Yourself vanilla protein powder. Again, I promise you, don't judge a book by its cover. Banana walnut pancakes are so good. But most importantly, I'm trying to take care of my beard game and get that to the next level. And for that, I have to thank the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped.com. The new Manscaped Beard Hedger is a premium beard sculpting machine with enough power and precision to craft your style in a single swipe. The kit comes with a styling cream, beard conditioner and shampoo, a little scrubby here for getting all the junk out of your beard, and the main attraction, the hedger itself. It's got 20 different lengths that are controlled by this little zoom wheel that you click back and forth, as you see here. It also carries a 60-minute battery life on a single charge, all encased in its waterproof design. And you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code TRAVSUCKS at Manscaped.com. That is 20% off and free shipping at Manscaped.com when you use the code TRAVSUCKS at checkout. It is time to feel sexy and free this 2023. And I cannot say thank you enough to Manscaped.com for sponsoring this video and making my move to Vancouver a little bit more affordable, because let's be honest, living in Vancouver ain't cheap. With that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, because I'm aiming to do new videos every single Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I hope to see you in the next video, and I'll see you then.